I've gotten a ton of questions about my sharpening setups. Let's talk about it. This is my grinder build. I had the Grizzly 2x42, 2x48 knife maker's belt grinder. Like most other people that have gotten it, I wasn't super impressed, but it was relatively inexpensive and it let me cut my teeth on learning really this tool. Then I built this one. I got my Tormek T7. When I did get this, I started to really fall in love with all the jigs and attachments, so I was looking for something similar to that setup that I could transition from my belt grinder to my Tormek without having to change a whole bunch of stuff. So I ended up going with the FMK guide arm for bench grinders. It's the same arm effectively as the one that comes from Tormek. The only difference is that this is like $60 as opposed to the Tormek's, which is like 130 or something. And this has more in and out adjustment, which is what I needed for what I was planning the system would work out well for. So this is the Tormek X sharpening jig. And so once I have a head that is locked in, I can adjust this arm up and down. I can adjust the base in and out, and I can adjust my platen tilting in and out to make sure that I have the exact grind angle that I want. Now I'm only going to use this for really aggressive reprofiling because I don't want to have the potential for damaging the temper. So this is only going to be used on axe heads at like a 36 grit belt. I want as low as possible. I'm constantly cooling it just to make sure that this bit never actually gets hot, just for the gross reprofiling. But once that's done, without having to change anything on the jig itself, I can come right over to my Tormek, right? The same jig. I haven't touched anything. I haven't changed anything. Put it right on there. And then I can use a water-cooled CBN wheel, which I love the CBN wheels. These things are awesome. They don't really heat up that much, so the water cooling just adds to the effect of keeping that bit nice and cool. And it's just a lot more enjoyable of a sharpening experience using this as opposed to a very loud, metal, dusty belt grinder. So that does a couple things. One, in my opinion, makes a more enjoyable sharpening experience. Two, it makes a little bit safer of a grinding experience in regards to long-term health, because I'm not sitting just breathing in all of this metal dust. Granted, whenever I am using my belt grinder, I wear my respirator, but at the end of the day, being able to use a water-cooled wheel that is catching all of that dust in the water itself, it's just a lot nicer. So it's better for long-term health. It's better for the experience itself in sharpening. And lastly, between using the absolute lowest grit possible on the belt grinder and actively cooling it while I'm using it, then I'm switching over to the water-cooled CBN wheel so that I never really have to worry about the temper of the bit ever getting affected. For burr removal, I have the option of this wheel, which works great, but I also have felt belts for my belt grinder that work awesome, and I love them. I think that this is the best setup for me personally. There's 1,000 ways to take care of this job. This is just the way I like doing it best. I hope this helps, genuinely. If you have any questions, let me know. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Have a great day.